This video is an update to the case study at Muirfield Village Golf Club, where we look at renovation and reestablishment of fairways and also the greens. And today it's about the third week in March, and I'm out here on the 8th hole. And as a reminder, when they established these greens, they sodded them because the tournament, which will be coming up here shortly in May. One of the decisions they made this week was that they would come out onto these greens and they are going to core them and then top dress them. And the purpose of coring these greens is, as you can see, that there's this little like black layer of these cores they've pulled out, this black layer, that's from the sodding. And so what they're trying to do is, it'll take some time, but remove that, so they reduce that interface between the root zone mix and the sod. So they're removing it from the sod. So they're going to be coring, and then as you can see, these videos that I will be coming through and I'm playing, they will be removing those cores, and then they're going to come in and top dress. And they're doing right now the coring process behind me and removing the cores, and then they're going to be top dressing shortly. Now, usually that's kind of like, oh, that's a pretty standard procedure, but one of the interesting things is that, the golf tournament is coming fairly soon. So, and it's still spring, and they've tried to look at long-range forecasts, what's the weather going to be. So you have to give time for these greens to heal, grow in, fill in, and still get them ready for tournament play. So a lot of the recovery, so there's a risk in doing this, but doing it now, and the feeling is with the thing they'll be okay, and I tend to agree that they'll be okay, and they'll be looking great for the tournament. But the decision-making process is more than just, hey, roll out the devices, we'll do this. A lot of factors go into it. Since I left you, here again back on number 8, it's been roughly about 4 or 5 hours. And what I wanted to do was come back and show you when they actually apply the sand as a top dressing, and then fill in the holes. The idea why there's a delay in that is to let the sand that they brought up from the coring operation will be also brushed back in, but it's allowed to dry on the surface. So it takes a while, and with the wind we've had and the sunny day and the warmer temperatures, it's gone pretty quickly. Well, what's happened is why I've been waiting here. I've decided it's getting windier, and actually for tonight we're expecting gusts of wind of 60 miles an hour. So the wind's been building, and you know how these videos are. Once the wind gets going, you can't hear what I'm saying. And the second thing is, I'm getting kind of hungry. I figure by the time they get to this screen, it's going to be dark. But anyway, they're back on number 6. And so what I'm going to do is show you that process here shortly. A couple key things to clean up on some of this. What they cored with or tined with was 1/2-inch tines, and to about a depth of 2 inches. They went a little deeper than they wanted because of that layer that's formed. They wanted to make sure they got through it and pulled it up. And then when they come in to top dress, everything's going to be done by hand, including brushing it in and all that. The idea there is, again, the sod's only probably about 7 months old. They don't want to, they're still trying to get it to knit and do those kind of things. But anyway, this concludes the last operation for these greens for a while.